What's up guys, we just made it into the Coastal Christmas Winterfest at the Delmar Fairgrounds and we're gonna go inside. We bought tickets for the Coastal Christmas on December 6th. Each ticket cost $23.90, which was $19.95, and an extra fee of $3.95. We also bought a parking ticket for $20 with an additional fee of $1.99. So in total we spent $69.79. Since then, ticket prices have gone up because the festival only lasts until the end of December. When purchasing the tickets, we also saw that we had to choose a time to enter the park, but it didn't seem that strict since we chose 4 p.m. but actually entered around 5.
Alright, funny story is we were kind of late when we were coming and we had to rush, and I've been deleting emails to make sure Lauren doesn't see what I got her for Christmas, and I accidentally deleted the email with the tickets on it. Luckily I found it in the trash, but when we were in line to park, I told the guy, hey man, I swear I bought a parking ticket, but I deleted the email, and I explained the situation. I said, is there anywhere I can pull off? He was super nice. I think his name was Luis or Louise, and he's like, hey man, I believe you guys can pull up and find it, and if you can't, they have a system for you. And luckily we were good. I found it, so we're good. We're in here now, and let's check out the rest of the fairgrounds. Once entering the park, we saw a huge ice skating rink with a giant Christmas tree in the middle of it, and off to the side were these igloos that you could rent out for the very low price of $399 with an extra $39.90 fee. After paying that price to reserve it, you get a full 90 minutes in the igloo. Nice. Next were these tables. If you take a close look, you'll notice names on the tables, and that's because you also have to rent these out. Don't worry though, because this is the more budget-friendly option. So enjoy your 90 minutes of these heated seats for the low price of $299 and an extra fee of $29.90. If you couldn't guess already, we didn't rent these out. Next up, we checked out the ice skating rink, and if you look at the sign here, you can see it's available every hour for 30 minutes at a time. On the website, we saw our tickets came with access to the ice skating rink, but it also said we would have had to pay additional on-site fees to be able to use it, but we knew we weren't going to use it, so we didn't even see how much it was. And the reason for that was because I've never been skating before, and Laura and I don't want to do it at a super packed place like this with how many times we're going to fall, because there's just too many people around, and it makes it awkward for you because everybody's just watching you fall a whole bunch of times. And if you look closely, I don't know what this was, but it doesn't really look like ice, and everybody, no matter their skill level, seemed to be having some trouble skating here. So I don't know what that was about, but that wasn't going to match well with me being a rookie.
We walked around for about 10 minutes, and I'm not gonna lie, we got pretty upset. At the time, we thought that what you were seeing on screen was it. I mean, it's nice, but is this worth $20? Did we just pay money to get the opportunity to pay more money? But that's when I spotted this pathway. Luckily, we saw this because we were pretty close to leaving very frustrated.
We walked through the entrance and took a look at this map. You can see all the different things on it. Ahead of us was the ride section, which was just a bunch of inflatables, so not really rides. And to our left was food. And at the time we were kind of hungry, so we were thinking of getting some, but we actually realized that we weren't that hungry because we saw a burger at this food truck that was $12.50. So, definitely not hungry after saying that.
No, thank you. I'm hungry, but I could go get a burger from McDonald's for $2.
But that's just how these things go. All these places have overpriced food, so it's whatever. Anyways, we walked down towards the O'Brien Hall, which was lit up beautifully. And in front of it were some more, I guess, thrill type rides, if you can call it that. And I don't know if you can tell, but it was around this point where we started to realize that this event definitely seemed to be catered towards kids.
Thoughts so far?
It's alright, definitely seems more kid-centric, but we'll make the most of it.
Are you gonna sit on Santa's lap and tell him what you want?
No.
Why?
That sounds really weird.
We walked into the O'Brien Hall. To our left were finger painting stations, and in front of us was another huge Christmas tree. Past that was the entrance to this amazing light maze thing called the Christmas Coastal Light Show Spectacular. We had no idea what to expect, but this was really cool. First, we walked down a hall of lights to a room full of even more lights and pictures made from lights. This light show maze was pretty long and had different themes to each new section. We passed the Christmas picture room and made our way through these candy canes, which were really cool. After that, we were greeted by soldiers and walked through another light hall to get to the next section. It seemed like this part was a mythical creature section. There was a unicorn that we liked right in the middle. You like the unicorn?
Yeah.
And a big rainbow with a rainbow decorated hall that we went through. Next, we saw even more creatures and Christmas themed figures. There were dragons, whales, polar bears, and even a US themed section. Just got eaten by the whale.
Yep.
He's filming for TikTok. We also got to walk through a crazy light hall to make our way into a section with trees, mushrooms, and flowers. These dangling lights were also super cool. We saw a reindeer, blue lights, and finally made our way to the end. The light maze took us about 10 minutes, and the last thing to see was this awesome castle exit made out of lights. Oh, we're at the end!
Yeah, we made it.
Let's go through the tentacles. We saw the huge Christmas tree and went back outside.
Back outside, we did one more lap around the grounds to check out more of the thrill rides again. We saw the zipline one that looked really fun, and this kid seemed to have a blast on it. But the other kid, on the other hand,
he can't go.
If you're wondering if we rode any of the rides, I'm pretty sure you could guess the answer, and the answer is no, for two main reasons. One, I think we would have looked like dorks being as big as we are on any of these rides, and two, we would have been broke dorks at that. That's really pricey. So we made our way back towards the exit and saw some things around the park again, and I didn't want to do a recap on voiceover because I thought it would be more transparent to show you guys how we really felt at the end of this trip. So I'm going to take it back to us live in the moment so you can see what our thoughts were.
Alright guys, so we checked it all out over there when we first walked in, the ice skating, and then Santa's over there, and then back here's the food and all the rides and stuff, which it says rides, but it's like bouncy houses and like zip lines, which I wouldn't really consider a ride. So more of a kid's place. The lighting was cool.
There's some cool stuff, but it doesn't feel like something to bring your kids to instead of like the fair was. It was nice. It might be a little pricey for us. We probably wouldn't come again to this specific one, but if you have a kid, it would definitely be really fun for them. But it wasn't really branded like a kid's place from what we saw online, so that's why we're a little freaked out. But
it was also definitely made it seem like it was way bigger too.
Yeah, it's probably like 1/10 of the fair size, 1/8.
It's all the way in the back. It's not even where you go to enter the fairgrounds. It's like way back.
It's still fun, but we definitely were expecting a bit more.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you have kids, this would be the place to bring them to. We hear a whole bunch of kids are all having a lot of fun.
More like little kids, not like...
Yeah, not teenagers.
We'll see you guys next video, and have a good night. Bye.
Bye.